Welcome to Charm Curtains. In today's video, we're diving into the dreamy world of romantic summer curtains with a vintage farmhouse twist. If you love cozy, inviting spaces filled with charm, this is for you. Let's transform your home together. As the warm summer breeze drifts through your window, imagine your space wrapped in softness and light. This is the essence of romantic summer curtains. These are not just any drapes, they're delicate, flowing fabrics that catch the sunlight and dance with every gentle wind. Think sheer linen, gauzy cotton, or lace-trimmed voile that adds a whisper of elegance to your home. These curtains bring a sense of calm and dreaminess to any room. Whether you're sipping coffee by the window or winding down after a long day, the way the fabric moves creates a soothing rhythm. Romantic summer curtains are more than functional, they're an invitation to slow down and enjoy the beauty of a quiet moment at home. The vintage farmhouse aesthetic has a timeless charm that feels both nostalgic and comforting. It blends rustic textures with soft details, creating a space that's welcoming yet refined. When you choose this style for your curtains, you're embracing elements like weathered wood, muted tones, and natural fibers that evoke a sense of warmth and familiarity. It's about bringing the soul of the countryside into your everyday life. Picture open windows framed by airy linen panels, simple but elegant wooden rods, and subtle touches of antique decor. This look invites you to create a home that tells a story, one of simplicity, craftsmanship, and heartfelt living. When selecting the perfect color palette for romantic summer curtains, it's important to focus on shades that feel calming and inviting. Creams, blush pinks, sage greens, and sky blues work together to create a soft, harmonious atmosphere. These colors reflect natural light beautifully, making your space feel larger and more open during the sunniest months. Blush pink adds a touch of warmth without being overwhelming, while sage green brings in a hint of nature and balance. Sky blue introduces a breath of fresh air, reminiscent of clear summer skies. Together, these hues form a palette that soothes the senses and enhances the romantic, dreamy quality of your decor. Choosing the right fabric is essential when crafting that ideal romantic summer curtain look. Linen is a favorite because of its natural texture and lightweight feel. It offers just the right amount of structure while still allowing soft movement in the breeze. Cotton eyelet adds a charming, detailed touch with its intricate patterns and breathable quality. Sheer voile is another excellent choice, especially if you want to maintain privacy while letting in plenty of natural light. Its fine weave catches the sun beautifully, casting a soft glow across the room. Each of these fabrics contributes something unique to the overall design, helping you achieve a layered, elegant, and effortlessly romantic space. Layering sheer curtains with heavier drapes opens up a world of styling possibilities. By combining different textures and weights, you can create depth and dimension that elevate your window treatment from basic to breathtaking. Sheer panels provide a soft base, filtering light and maintaining a sense of openness. On top of that, adding a pair of linen or velvet drapes introduces contrast and richness without overpowering the space. The key is balance: light meets structure, transparency meets coverage. This layered approach allows you to adjust the ambience throughout the day, giving your room flexibility while keeping that romantic, farmhouse-inspired charm intact. Styling your windows in the vintage farmhouse tradition means paying attention to every detail, from the fabric to the hardware. Wooden curtain rods bring warmth and character, especially when finished in distressed white or natural oak. Pair them with simple, handcrafted finials for an authentic, rustic feel. Wrought iron accents offer another layer of visual interest, blending durability with old-world charm. Whether you opt for black iron rings or ornate brackets, these elements help anchor the romantic curtain look while staying true to farmhouse roots. Framing your windows thoughtfully ensures that every part of your decor works together seamlessly. Once your romantic summer curtains are in place, it's time to enhance the mood with thoughtful accessories. A few dried flowers in a vintage vase, a small mirror with an ornate frame, or a woven basket filled with cozy throws can make all the difference. These items add texture and personality without cluttering the space. Natural materials like rattan, jute, and ceramic complement the softness of the curtains, creating a balanced and inviting environment. Even a simple lace doily placed under a candle or plant can tie everything together. These little touches complete the scene, transforming your window into a curated, romantic focal point of the room. Creating a cohesive look between your bedroom curtains and bedding elevates the entire feel of your sleeping space. When your drapes match your quilt or duvet in color and texture, it establishes a seamless flow that enhances comfort and elegance. Imagine soft blush pink curtains mirrored by a matching bedspread, accented with lace pillow shams. This harmony extends beyond just color, it's also about fabric weight and pattern. Choosing complementary materials like linen curtains with a cotton lace-trimmed coverlet helps maintain that romantic, cottage-style atmosphere. With the right coordination, your bedroom becomes a peaceful retreat where every element feels intentional and soothing. Properly measuring and hanging your curtains can transform the way your windows look and feel. Start by using a metal tape measure to determine the width and length needed, ensuring that your panels will drape beautifully when installed. Hanging curtains higher than the window frame creates the illusion of height and grandeur. Wide curtain panels add fullness and movement, giving your space a luxurious finish. Once measured, install the rod securely, then hang the curtains so they just graze the floor or pull slightly for added drama. These small adjustments make a big difference in achieving that romantic, well-dressed window look. Now that your romantic summer curtains are perfectly styled, it's time to bring the whole look together with ambient finishing touches. Soft lighting plays a crucial role. Consider adding string lights above a window seat or placing a vintage lantern nearby to cast a warm glow. Natural textures like woven baskets, rattan lamps, and chunky knit throws enhance the cozy, lived-in feel. Even the smallest details matter. Fresh flowers in a mason jar, a stack of old books, or a scented candle can turn your window area into a dreamy escape. These final elements ensure your space doesn't just look beautiful but feels deeply personal and inviting. Thanks for watching our journey into romantic summer curtains and vintage farmhouse style. We've explored colors, fabrics, and tips to bring this look into your home. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.